Man, I love toll roads. You don't have to pay on a motorcycle, and you can haul ass. I want to do a bill. Let's just give it some juice and do a bill. There's the bill. That easy. What's up, guys? Hopefully this comes out better. For some reason you can't record 1080 on a GoPro attached to the front of your helmet without it looking horrible and not getting a good angle. You either get the sky or the bike, not both. So 720 it is. So today I would like to talk about Sena, the Bluetooth headsets. There's a lot of reviews out there for them, and there's a lot of different ones. The most common one is the SMH10, which is what I have. I have had, don't you dare, I have had different models, different brands, and initially when I got this headset, by a mile, it is the best. Audio quality, communication quality, distance, for what you get, what you pay for, you get the best. It's definitely really good. So they come with a 2-year warranty, and I've had mine for about 1.5 years. Well, I have two. Well, my friend and I went halvesies on it. So he has one, I have the other. It was cheaper that way. Bumps are terrible. So after about 1 year of use, every day I put this thing through its paces, through every type of weather situation. After about 1.5 years, the left speaker started to cut out until I hit the thing, and then it would cut back in. The contacts are bad from the mount to the unit. So, being as it was under warranty, and the base plate, the mount, is only 25 bucks or so, I submitted a claim through Sena, telling them the situation, and I explicitly said I use this on a daily basis. I do not want to be without it for an extended period of time, asking what they suggest I do. So about almost 2 weeks later, they initially responded to my ticket, and they said try a few things. Try unmounting it and remounting it, which I did everything they said, and it didn't work. It's still, every time I get on the bike, I have to adjust the thing to get it to play on the left speaker. So I send him that, and he replied a couple days later saying, okay, well, fill out this warranty claim information and we'll get you a new base plate. That sounds like it's a problem. All right, fair enough. Filled out the warranty information that day and sent it off to them, and I figured they were processing it and probably just sending me a new mount since they're so cheap. About another 1.5 weeks later, I get an email telling me I need to box up my mount, and they will try to repair it and send me a new one. This is almost a month after my initial claim, and I was kind of, I mean, I understand, but I told the guy, like, look, based on previous communication with your company, I will not have a headset for about a month, and at that point you will probably decide whether or not you want to give me a new one or not, which is a bit insane. If you had read my ticket initially, I didn't want that. So sent them an email saying I'll just RTV it to Amazon where I bought it and get a different brand. Nothing. Haven't said a single thing back. No support, no anything. They do not care. They've already got my money, so they don't give a crap. So the Sena itself is great. For the first while I had it, it was amazing until this issue, and unfortunately their lack of customer service has completely killed it, because there is jankety an SMH10, which seems to be much better mount-wise and all around better, and I will not buy it, unfortunately. as great as it sounds, I will not upgrade because my current one under warranty is broken and their customer service is refusing to do anything about it. So overall, I would say great product, horrible customer service. So keep that in mind if you decide to buy one. On a budget, they're great, but just know that if something goes wrong with it, you're gonna be screwed. They don't care. So not a great way to run a company, but I just a big bummer, a real big bummer for such a great product. I don't like being here. So we're on our way to the post office again. We're trying to this time. So we can get there in a reasonable hour. Drop off the TV box. Oh, right in the dick. So anyway, off of Sena. I want to talk about riding in the rain. This weather has been really good lately, but that just means it's about to get wet, which in a lot of places it probably already is wet, which sucks. But here in Texas we have almost year-round riding weather. And as you might know, I am not a fair weather rider. I commute to work every day almost on this bike. Sometimes when it does rain, I don't feel like taking the bike, but usually I will. So I have been rained on. And there's a lot of riders out there that are fair weather riders, which I completely understand, don't get me wrong. But at some point or another in your riding career, you will probably be stuck in the rain. Weather can change fast, especially around here. You know, it could rain in about an hour, you never know. So it's good to know how to ride in the rain, or at least looking into it. So when I first got my bike, I knew I was going to end up riding in the rain at some point. So I decided, the first time it rained, it's not a cop, is it? No. That I was just going to take the bike around the neighborhood and see how it handled. And I was kind of surprised. It doesn't handle that much different than dry conditions. Yeah, you're wet, and depending on the temperature, you're not very comfortable, but it's very doable. You know, a light shower on a ride isn't going to really dampen your day, but it's good to be prepared for what's going to happen. So the first thing you want to know is you gotta go slow. You can't accelerate quick. You can't stop quick. You gotta prepare your moves, plan your moves, and you really gotta watch the road conditions. So stay within the speed limits or under. I would not do any sort of speeding maneuvers at all in the rain, because things get slippery. Like these white lines in the middle, they get very slick, especially the reflectors. The minute you hit a reflector, you lose grip almost immediately, and if you're under power or under braking, you're probably going to go down. The yellow lines are for some reason way more slick, and you notice that when you're turning over them left or right, that they are a lot more slick. So steer clear of those, but you want to really prepare your stops, because that's where you're going to get in trouble. If you have to stop quick and that front tire locks up, when it's dry you have at least a little bit of traction and some friction there, but you have a lot less friction in the rain, especially if it's a fresh rainfall. Once that front tire starts to slip, you're about to go down, and depending on how fast you're going, it's going to suck. Well, regardless of how fast you're going, it's going to suck. So be very careful of that. But I would highly suggest slow down. But I would highly suggest driving around in the rain intentionally in a controlled environment such as a neighborhood that you're familiar with, and get used to how your bike handles. Because everyone's got different tires, different brakes. If you need tires, stay away from wet roads. Stay very far away from them. So I hope that helps out at least some people, in my experience. And the Sena actually does pretty well in the rain. I thought for sure having the crack in the looseness on that mount was going to get water down there and mess everything up, but it really didn't. The waterproof on it's pretty good, and I've been in some pretty heavy downpours. Oh yeah, do not ride in the rain with no jacket. Oh man. There's some times out here we'll all squid because it's so hot, and it started raining on me, and it feels like you're getting shot over and over and over again all over your body with a BB gun, and it doesn't tickle. It hurts really bad, especially on the highway. So if you know there's any chance of rain, do not skimp on gear. Do all the gear. You'll thank me later. Well, you should wear your gear all the time, but for those who don't, when it's about to rain, do it. I saw today the GoPro Hero 4 is coming out soon with 4K HD, which I don't know if you haven't seen any 4K HD, you're missing out. It is awesome stuff. If you have a Best Buy or a Fry's nearby, they usually have a demo, and wow, it's amazing. I'm kind of numb to all this HD stuff since it first started coming out, and wasn't really a massive fan of it, but this 4K is impressive. It's very impressive. So the HD Hero 4 it's coming out is going to shoot in 4K at 30 frames per second. And there's some footage on their website, and it looks stunning, just absolutely stunning. The detail is so good. And I wasn't even watching it on a 4K display, just a regular 22-inch computer monitor, and even then it looked amazing. It's just the detail on it. I can't believe it. I can't imagine what it would look like on a motovlog. It would look awesome, and it's not even that expensive. I would expect something like that, given GoPro's track record, to be like $700-800 bucks, but it's not. It's the black edition is going to start at $5. And the silver, which will have a screen on the back, also starts at $5. But that's right in the price point you want it to be for a GoPro. I think it's really amazing. I really like it. Obviously, I won't be able to have one anytime soon, but if Motonosity or Chase on Two Wheels gets one, that would be sick. I'd love to see a motovlog on one. It's a little breezy today. Oh man, I might have to duck down. So with that said, for anyone watching, thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe, share them with your friends, comment, like, whatever you deem appropriate. If you have any suggestions, anything you want to hear, anything you think could be different, also, feel free to let me know. And you have a great day. Later.